Despite being corrupt, Ulysses Grant was a key general in the United States Civil War and in his efforts to solve and excel Reconstruction as president. He was also a key advocate for civil rights, and in this video we will discuss just what makes Grant's legacy so divisive. But before we go further, if you haven't done so, please consider subscribing to the channel, as it would help me out greatly, and if you already have, welcome back and thank you for your continued support. Now let's jump into it. Let's begin with the scandals under the Grant administration. The Great Barbecue Scandal was a political scandal during the administration of Grant in the 1870s. It was not an official event, but a nickname used by critics to describe the widespread corruption in the federal government at the time. The term barbecue referred to how politicians and businessmen were seen as feasting on public money. Many government officials were accused of using their positions for personal gain. One of the most famous cases was the whiskey ring, where officials stole tax money from whiskey sales. Another involved the Credit Mobilier scandal, where politicians took bribes from a railroad company. These scandals damaged the reputation of Grant, even though he was not directly involved. Newspapers used the term Great Barbecue to mock how greed had taken over politics. Despite being president after the Civil War, Grant played a key role in helping the Union win the Civil War. He was a strong and determined general who believed in fighting hard and never giving up. Grant first gained national attention after winning the battles at Fort Donelson and Vicksburg, which gave the Union control of the Mississippi River. His success impressed President Abraham Lincoln, who made him commander of all Union armies in 1864. He fought bloody battles against Confederate General Robert E. Lee in Virginia, wearing down Southern forces. Even though his army suffered many losses, Grant kept pushing forward. His leadership during the siege of Petersburg forced Lee to retreat and eventually surrender at the Appomattox Courthouse in 1865. Grant's strategy of total war weakened the South's ability to fight. Without Grant's determination and smart planning, the Union might not have won the war. Just think of how the world would have been different if that hadn't happened. While he was in office, Grant played an important role in Reconstruction in the South after the Civil War. He worked to protect the rights of newly freed African Americans and supported the 15th Amendment, which gave black men the right to vote. He also sent federal troops to the South to stop violence from groups like the KKK. Under his leadership, Congress passed laws called the Enforcement Acts to punish those who tried to stop African Americans from voting. Grant believed in equality and wanted to rebuild the South fairly. He appointed African Americans to government positions and supported public education for all. Even though some of his efforts failed in the long run, Grant tried to keep the promises of freedom and justice after the war. His work during Reconstruction showed his dedication to civil rights, even when it was unpopular. Grant helped reform the government by starting the first Civil Service Commission. Before this, many government jobs were given based on favoritism, not skill or experience. This system, called the spoiled system, led to corruption and unqualified workers. Grant wanted to change that by making government jobs more fair and professional. In 1871, he signed the law that created the Civil Service Commission to set rules for hiring federal workers. The commission gave exams to make sure people were chosen based on merit and qualifications. This was the first time that the U.S. government tried to stop political influence in hiring. Even though the program was later weakened by Congress, it was an important first step. Grant upheld the two-term tradition, so he stepped down in 1877, handing over the reins to fellow Ohioan and fellow Republican Rutherford Hayes. Whether or not you think Grant was a successful president or not, his predecessor, Andrew Johnson, was certainly unsuccessful. Click here to learn more.